Hi there, it's Snej here. And guess what? The day has finally arrived where we can reopen our studio and meet and greet our members from 5:30 tomorrow morning, Monday the 9th of November. I have created this video for you today just to walk you through so you know exactly what's going to happen when you show up for your session this week. Whenever you're booked in, just so that you understand our new COVID safe practices and what we're doing to make sure that we are COVID safe. So the first thing is when you walk into the studio, please arrive exactly on time. If you happen to be earlier, we just ask you to wait outside. We do ask, and you are required with our current restrictions, to wear a mask into the facility from your car to the facility. So if you're chit-chatting outside with some of the people that you haven't seen, your old friends, then please just make sure that you wear your mask. When you walk into the studio, you will see that there is a sanitizing caddy and shoe rack just here. So we've got hand sanitizer for you to hand sanitize your hands. We have wipes as well. So these wipes are for your shoes. If you have been walking around in public or if you've been to the shops or done school drop-off, please wipe down the bottom of your shoes. Or the alternative is bring your training shoes with you in a bag and come in with your sneakers, or like someone did in that June-July period with their Ugg boots, which still happen to be here. And you can put your slippers in this shoe rack as soon as you walk in. We ask that you bring a towel, a full length towel, a beach towel, so that you can drape that over equipment, just to make sure that we keep things nice and clean in the studio. When you walk in, the trainer will greet you as per normal. You will see there's a lot of white markings on the floor behind me, and basically that's just because if you didn't come to that short reopening that we had in June, July, you wouldn't have seen, but we've actually divided the studio into 5 working or workout pods. Now, we've had a little bit of fun with those pods and we've named them. So you'll come in and you'll see that during the week. But we have taken some famous sports people and named them according to what we thought was good for that pod. So the trainers will either direct you to a pod or you can choose, depending what the trainer's got planned for the day. They'll let you know once you are in the pod and you've put your stuff down. There is a caddy in each pod, so we aren't using the shelving to the side or the entrance of the studio, because we just don't want to encourage any communal gatherings at any point in the studio at all. Your caddy does have hand sanitizer, it has wipes, it has a spray, disinfectant spray with wipes, and we are going to ask that you wipe down your equipment, any surface area that you have touched in your workout at the end of your session. And that was one of the main reasons, outside of the fact that we cannot share any equipment amongst members within sessions. The other thing was just to reduce the amount of wiping down that we had to do during the session. Because at the very start of lockdown, we just found that we were chasing our members around with spray bottles and spraying because you guys were moving throughout the room. So that's a little bit different now. You've got your own pod to yourself and you don't need to wipe any equipment down until at the end of your session. So put your drinks, keys, wallets, phones on these caddies. It's your personal caddy for the hour. And then you will see the line markings and the entry points into the different pods. Once you are in your pod, the trainers will then guide you through your workout as per normal. They will show you how they want you to warm up. They will give you your mobility exercises, and then they will set up your exercises that they want you to do. So they will give you your 2, 3 or 4 exercises depending on what the program is. You'll have all the equipment in your pod. If you don't have something in your pod that you do need, please call out to your trainer and they will bring it into your pod. If you are going to go out of the studio, because we've asked you to do some running, you do not need to wear your mask. And as soon as you're in your pod and warming up, you can take your mask off. If you are, however, going to go for a walk, and also once you have finished your session, so while you're wiping down and exiting the studio, you do need to put that mask back on. The trainers will be wearing a mask the whole time. The other thing that we do ask is that when you are moving to the toilets, there's toilets that are within through the glass door in the studio, but there also is another set of toilets out on the deck. So if you know that one toilet is occupied, then please use the other toilet as well. Change rooms are now permitted, but only with safe distancing. If you are going to use the showers, please let us know at the start of the session, and we'll just check if there's anybody else, because we do need to keep just one person in the shower at the one time. Well, there are 2 showers, so that's what I mean. There could be 2 people showering at the same time. So that's not usually an issue, but just being mindful of your movement into the toilets, because there are also the yoga will be back on and Pilates next door, so there'll be a lot more movement going through those areas. So that's all I need you to know for now, just making sure to bring a spare pair of shoes if you're moving around with your shoes, and we want to keep them nice and clean. Or you can wipe down at the entrance. Make sure that you're bringing a towel with you, a drink bottle. If you do want to refill, we do have our tap here, our filtered chilled water. It is in a pod. It's worked out that way. One of the trainers can fill your bottle up for you if you need a refill, but try and bring water with you. Bring your towel, I've said, and then the trainers will guide you the whole way, start to finish. You will warm up, do your sessions. The trainers might send you outside because it's just beautiful out here at the moment. But also we will stretch down in our pods as well, keeping that safe social distancing. Now, because we are moving into the warmer months and the beautiful months, I have been encouraging the trainers to take you outdoors and do warm-ups outdoors. So even when they are doing that, we are still going to keep that COVID safe distance. And also at the end of the sessions, we may take you outside again to do some stretching. We will spread you out onto the deck at Rivers, or in the car park, wherever it is. We're still going to keep that COVID safe distance. One other thing that I was going to show you is that in each of the mats, we do have the synthetic black mats. I'll show you. Okay, which is these ones. So you can drape your towel over them, or if you just don't need the mat because you feel it's a bit bulky and high, then you can just put your towel onto the floor. We are not using those mats out the back that you can see hanging up in 2s on that back wall, purely because they're porous, they're a fabric, and we can't completely wipe them down. These synthetic mats we can. So you may see that some pieces of equipment have disappeared temporarily while we still are under these restrictions, and the reason being is they're things that we can't wipe down, such as ropes, things that are fibrous or cloth or anything like that. They have had to have been removed, and unfortunately TRX is one of those, but we are trying to get some plastic grip tubing onto the ends of them because they're like a porous rubber. So we are doing everything that we can, but I hope that answers all of your questions and puts your mind at ease in terms of how your sessions will return back this coming week. But please reach out, email me back, or call us on 9436 3240. And the last thing that I wanted to end with is, if you happen to feel unwell at all, any slight sniffles, sore throat, or anything like that, please, we invite you to not come into the studio, stay home, get tested. We just want to keep a clean environment in the studio, and we don't want to be at a risk of having to close down. So I look forward to seeing you all. The virtual is running as per normal. Have a wonderful rest of the day, and we look forward to seeing you next week. Bye for now.